One, first and foremost, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Kakodash. We'd also like to give double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do root well. We'd like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in the 1/3, and Lord's will. This lesson is edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Kakodash, and to Wadiah, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Kakodash for allowing me and the brother Kratazah to get together to do our weekly sit down. And as we continue, we are in the book of Acts, now chapter 12, and just pretty much going through and edifying the sheep of Yahweh Shai and the true biblical knowledge and history and information, which we found out in these last days that this biblical history and information is actually our history. Okay, so Kratazah is going to be the reader, and we're just going to start from verse 1. Get through the chapter, and may you brothers and you few sincere sisters be edified.
That's right.
All right. So, brother, you got it.
All right. This is the book of Acts, chapter 12, and verse 1.
Which it says Peter's arrest and deliverance.
Yeah.
You see, so that's we're prisoners of hope over here. Okay. So even though you may hear about quote unquote bad news, well, there's always good news to follow it.
Right.
And that's our hope. All right. And that's right in the scriptures. You got it, brother.
All right. Acts 12 and verse 1. Now about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword.
Let's read that again. So that shows you right there that Esau, Edom, will have in particular laws directed against us. Which if I'm holding a GNT, which actually I got the GNT, but since I got the blue letter right here, let's actually go look at this. It says. Let's see, right here, NKJV. Now about that time, Herod the king stretched out his hand to harass some from the church, or to intending to persecute the church. So you have to understand, as a Hebrew Israelite, which first thing that comes to mind, I'm going to grab it real quick. It's called Project Metagiddo.
Yeah.
Metagiddo. Let me share that with you real quick. Right here. Okay, this is an actual document. Okay, which in it, it's 32 pages, but what's in it is who they call the Black Hebrew Israelites. So you got to be aware of guys that are teaching you. First thing that comes to mind is like, why are you titling your lessons a term coined by Esau, Edom?
Right.
You know, a persecuted term.
A byword ultimately too.
Right. So I'm not going to go into it, but you can check this out. So if you are reading back then and then you apply it today, you can see how in the near future Esau Edom is going to persecute the church of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Shai.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Madmen sparing none, especially those that fear the Lord. You know.
And it says, verse 2, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword.
Wow.
Right, because I believe when we go to the Gospels, I believe James had rebuked Herod. Something about sleeping with his brothers.
That was John the Baptist.
Oh, that was John. Excuse me. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. And it says,
but yeah, he was doing that because Herod is a terror. Yeah. Herod is actually a coined Edomite. Let's actually show that since you mentioned that. Let's put Herod, which I got it in one of those books. Herod Idumean.
Oh wow.
See, Herod was born 772 BCE in Idumea, south of Judea. Okay. So Herod is a known Edomite.
That's right.
All right, who converted. Okay, so this is an Edomite that's over us, claiming to be us.
Wow.
See, so like today. Okay, but then they say the Edomites are done away with. What about Herod?
Right.
What about the Herodian dynasty?
Right.
Okay. Now in the commentary it says stretched out his hand to harass some of the church. It says no doubt this was done because it was politically popular for Herod. So what's that make me think about? Well, you got Trump right now, you got Harris. Yeah. So if they cause enough uproar amongst the populace of people, then they will write an act or in law directed against us specifically to please the masses.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, yep.
It says it pleased many of his citizens who didn't like Christians. Many political figures are ready to persecute Christians if it will make them politically popular, or what today being the Israelites.
Yeah.
If we can persecute them to gain notoriety with the people, then we'll do that. Okay, because people don't like us as Israelites. Esau don't like us.
Yeah.
Because what we're telling them is not for their betterment.
Right.
Even though it's truth, it's still not for their betterment.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for the demise.
Right. Now it says he killed. Then he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. This was a new development in history of the church. One of the 12 who followed Yahushai. James was the first to be martyred. See, so a martyrdom, okay, is a part of this walk as well. Okay, now we also believe that we won't taste death, but in the same breath, if one were to quote unquote die, as the scripture says, he's just sleeping.
Yeah.
And it says the dead and Yahushai shall rise first.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
But we'll keep going. I just wanted to look up the commentary.
That's edifying right there.
Yeah.
And it says verse 3. And because he saw it pleased the Jews.
Damn, so it pleased Jake.
Wow, wicked Jakes.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
So that proves that even Jakes today, if they had the chance, they'll kill the prophets.
Right.
You know? And it said, and because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also.
Wow. And Peter's the head of the church. Remember, it says smite the shepherd.
Yeah.
So so he went after the head. He went after the camp leader. He went after the elder.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right. And it says, then were the days of unleavened bread.
Yeah, which Passover.
And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to four quaternions,
yeah,
the water, of soldiers to keep him, and tending after Easter to bring him forth to the people.
Now, this word Easter, all right, is actually a mistranslation for the word Passover.
Yep.
Let's actually show you that. See, Pesach. Okay, so when you go into the blue letter, this proves you have to go into the blue letter.
That's right.
Because IUIC doesn't like going to the blue letter, right?
Yep.
So then what? That means they would have to celebrate Easter then.
Yeah.
If you don't go in the blue letter, that means you got to celebrate Easter. Okay, but right here, okay, which I believe that's William Tydell's translation that put Easter in there. But it says the Pesach sacrifice, which was accustomed to be offered for the people's deliverance from of old from Egypt. The Pesach lamb, i.e. the lamb the Israelites were accustomed to slay and eat on the 14th day of the month. It says, in memory of the day on which their fathers, preparing to depart from Egypt, were bidden by Yahweh to slay and eat a lamb and to sprinkle their doorposts with its blood, that the destroying angel, seeing the blood, might pass over their dwellings. Hamashiach crucified is likened to the slain Pesach lamb.
That reminds me of the scripture when John the Baptist said, behold, the Lamb of the Most High.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. And Eleazar made a statement and said it's just a lamb dinner, nothing else. That's a demon.
He said that this recent Passover.
Yep. That's a demon. Okay, that guy is a straight up demon. Okay, because he said that in spite of Yahushua.
Yeah. That dude got a lot of blood in his hands, man.
Okay, let's keep going.
Back in Acts 12 and verse 5, it says, Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto the Most High for him.
So that proves that we're to be praying for brothers.
That's right.
You know, you got to be praying for one another, praying for the body, praying for the elders, you know, the bishops, camp heads, second, first, the whole camp.
Yeah.
You got to be praying for one another. So when Peter got apprehended, which it was known amongst the people, you know, where's he at? Where's his brother at? Yeah. They started praying for him because why? They knew that Herod had the ability to put him to death. Okay? But it reminds me of when Yahushai told Pilate, you have no power, but my Father gave it unto you.
That's right.
You know?
And it says, and when Herod would have brought him forth, the same night Peter was sleeping between two soldiers, bound with two chains, and the keepers before the door kept the prison. And behold,
so they had him hemmed up.
Yeah, they had him on watch. Yeah. They had him hemmed up on lockdown.
Yep.
You know? And it says, verse 7, and behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him, and a light shined in the prison.
That reminds me of Daniel 12.
Ooh.
Let me grab that real quick.
Yeah.
Because you got to, when we're reading these scriptures, we're also comparing it to today.
That's right.
Okay, because we're in the book of Acts all over again.
That's right.
So you have to understand, even if you're apprehended, which, now let's also get, what's that, Revelations 3?
Yes.
Or to 2 and 9. No. When he says you'll be cast into prison for a certain amount of days.
Let me look.
Let me see real quick. I think it is 2. Actually,
Yeah.
it's 2.
Yeah.
2 and 9, 2 and 10, something like that. Let me see real quick. Yep, I got it.
It's 2 and 10.
Okay, so let's break it down like this. Let's go to Revelations 2 and 10. Let's read that first.
This is Revelation 2 and 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison."
Now, with the understanding that Christians have, you mean to tell me that they actually believe who they believe is the devil, right, in hell? He's going to come out of hell and then arrest people? You know, when you actually compare the truth to their lies, it's like, how do you explain that?
Right.
You know what I mean? No, this is talking about Esau. This is talking about future days ahead, and those days are very near.
Yeah.
Okay, because Esau's getting ready to make a move and attempt to obtain global dominance in a fashion for forever. That's what his mind believes. Okay, so within that, there's certain things he has to do, and one of them is going to be taking away a great number of people. Okay, but Yahweh Shai already warned us, because you got to think about it. This is also going into the hour of temptation.
Yep.
You know, the MOTB. So what is it gonna take where he's gonna cast some of us into prison? But even though that happens, that doesn't mean it's over for us, because we're reading about Peter. He was cast into prison, but what happened? An angel came to deliver him. So you get cast into prison or locked up, your mind should be thinking about how the Lord's gonna get you out.
Right.
You know?
That's right. And it says, "The devil shall cast some of you into prison."
Yeah. Esau shall cast some of you into prison,
"that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days."
Yeah. Meaning a number of times, not literally 5, tally marks on the wall.
Right.
You know?
And it says, "Be thou faithful unto death."
So that means when you get cast into prison, you're going to be tempted, but with what? The mark. Mm-hmm. And you're going to have to what? Pray to be a part of Rev 20 and 4.
Yeah.
Some of them being beheaded. You know? James got the sword.
Yeah.
You know?
And it says, "And be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life."
Right.
Ooh.
See? But then even within that, now Daniel's 12, like we're reading about Apostle Peter, some of us could be martyred or be delivered. Mm-hmm. Either way, you're being delivered. You know?
Either way.
Daniel 12 and 1 real quick.
Gotcha. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12 and verse 1.
This is all future. It says the time of the end. So we're at the end. We're at the end of the ministry.
That's right.
You know?
It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up."
What time? The time of Jacob's trouble. The time of great persecution. You know?
It says, "The great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time." Well, right, like the brother just said, Jacob's trouble. And that proves that, like how it says in Jeremiah 37, a day not like it. Mm-hmm. Because it's going to be so bad that the Lord is going to have to send Michael, the archangel, to intervene and cause, what's that term, divine intervention for us, you know?
Yep.
And it says, "And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book."
The book of life.
That's right.
And we want to be, and that's the thing, at the end of the day, if we're not of the elect, we're not in that book.
Right.
So our hope and faith is we already are written in that book. So we're waiting for certain acts to play out, okay, which is prophecy. All right, let's keep going now. Back in Acts.
Back in Acts chapter 12 and verse 7. And it says, "And behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him,
Wow.
and a light shined in the prison."
Which, let me show you real quick a description of the angel. They're described in the Bible, okay, are men of color. This is Ezekiel 1 and verse 8. And it says, let me see right here, verse 7. It says, "And their feet," is referring to the angel, see, the likeness of man. And it says, verse 7, "And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot," because what Ezekiel's seeing is the boot that the angel is wearing.
Yep.
Okay? And it says, "And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass."
Ooh.
All right? So the color of the angels are the same color as described of Yahweh Shai in Revelations 1, and that is men of color.
Dark brown.
Yep. All right, now let's go back.
And it says, Verse 7, and he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, arise up quickly.
I gotta see that in another translation. It says, let's see. Look, it says, and he struck Peter.
Yeah,
see?
It was none light.
Yeah, they're austere, bro.
Yeah.
The angels, the men, they're austere. And see, this is what Esau, in his form of Christianity, what it's done is it's pussified.
Yeah, yep.
Okay? It's pussified the Bible. Let's be honest here. As they say, call a spade a spade. That's the problem. And he's used the Bible to weaken the Israelite man into submission.
Yeah.
And when you actually find out that that's not the case, when you open this book up, okay, masculine men are found in the scriptures. Even so much that the angel, struck Peter like, hey, get up, man.
They even show that in the movie, The Book of Clarence.
They do.
With John the Baptist, he drowned him, he hit him.
Yep.
He's austere.
Yep.
Yep. Yahweh Shai was austere.
Exactly.
So how much more his fruit?
Yep.
Right? And even the Lord told Job to gird up his loins.
Exactly.
Like a man.
And Peter, if I'm not mistaken, is a fisher. And that's a fisherman. That was a very hard job.
Yeah.
Okay? Casting, being out. Like, that's where you get the term salty. When they say, man, you salty. That's actually a term goes back to fishermen, because when you spend so much time in the water, your skin gets coarse. Like, let me show you. That's where that term salty comes from. Salty. Let's put it like this. The term salty comes from, let's just see. It should say fisherman. Let's see. No, that's not what from fishermen. Let's see. See if there's something that pops up with that. Yes, see? Yes, the term salty has maritime, which maritime goes in the water, maritime, roots, and was originally used by sailors in the 19th century. See, sailors used the term to describe someone who was tough and experienced, often due to their time spent in harsh conditions at sea.
Ooh.
It was not Peter referred to, let me get it. I think it's Matthew 4. He said, I'll make you fishers of men.
Yeah.
Let me see, go down. It's after, begins his ministry, leaving. Let me see real quick. First disciple, right here. Matthew 4:18, and Yahweh Shai, walking by the sea of Galilee, saw two brethren, Simon, called Peter, who we're reading about, who's locked up right now, getting ready to be delivered by an angel, and his brother Andrew, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. That wasn't no easy job.
Nah.
Do you know how heavy a net in the water, and then it's all coarse, so you're grabbing, you're pulling. They ain't have Home Depot. You ain't have Gorilla Gloves.
Right.
And it says, and he saith unto them, follow me, and I'll make you fishers of men. And straightway they left their nets. I bet they was heavy too.
Yeah.
But that fisherman's life, that was a hard job, man. Okay? So you had to be rough. You had to be rough. You had to be a man. All right.
You could be no choir boy.
No, exactly. You can't be no choir boy, and it's true. All right, let's keep going.
Back in Acts 12:7, and it says, arise up quickly, and his chains fell off from his hands.
That's spiritual power right there.
Yeah.
So that goes to show you nothing is impossible with Yahweh Shai Shai, which immediately, Philippians 4:13 comes to mind.
That's right.
Let me grab that real quick.
And what's that one? The one in Luke. Was that Luke 1 and 70? But nothing shall be impossible unto you.
Exactly. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengthen me. So, and then remember the scene in Matrix with Morpheus.
Yeah.
When he ripped he had a pop the handcuffs off.
Yeah.
Which that movie is based off the scriptures.
Yeah.
But what is this letting us know? This is giving us insight to the there's no limitations of salvation when it comes to Yahweh Shai in the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
So we cannot have a this is it factor. Like, this is it, I'm done. No.
Right.
We're reading it right here. Apostle Peter's getting locked up, and just like that, the chains drop from him.
Yeah. Or like the other movies seen in Pulp Fiction, they got shot at, but the bullet didn't touch them.
Yep.
It went right through them.
Yep.
That was heavy, man. And it says, verse 8, and the angel said unto him, gird thyself and bind on thy sandals. And so he did, and he said unto him, cast thy garment about thee and follow me.
With no problem. You got to understand, the angels are not bound to the laws of this reality that we're in.
Right.
They're not subjugated to police officers and Esau and stop signs. They have a hierarchy over these heathens too. You know, so even within this, because you got to think, Jake has nerves and feelings and fright. You know, they're not in the flesh like we are. So he's telling him to get up. He ain't worried about any guards or any punishment that can happen. You know, and that's how you got to really operate moving forward. We obey the powers that be, but ultimately they don't have power over us in the form of the end all be all.
Right.
If the Lord want us free, we're free. No, he said I got 5 more days. Nah, man. We're not this property. We're waiting to be delivered. And we're reading about Apostle Peter being delivered out of the hands of Esau and a ruling empire.
Man.
And this is after Yahushua got crucified.
Yeah.
You know?
The faith booster right here.
Yeah.
And it says, verse 8, cast thy garment about thee and follow me. And he went out and followed him.
Right. Like you be followers of me. What Apostle Paul say, be ye followers of me as I am of a Mashiach. See? Let's keep going.
And wist not that it was true which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision.
Wow. NIV, Peter followed him out of the prison, but he had no idea that what the angel was doing was really happening. He thought he was seeing a vision.
Man.
So he thought he was dreaming.
Yep.
You know, like you ever want something so bad when you fall asleep, you dream about it?
Yeah, yep.
So he thought he would I want to be free so bad that I thought I was dreaming about it. I didn't even know it was real.
And it says, when they were past the first and the second word, they came unto the iron gate that leadeth into the city, which opened to them of his own accord.
It said they passed the first and the second guards. So they're walking by them. Like I actually just imagine, you know, like how you see like an X-Men scene.
Yeah.
You know, he's just walking with no problem. And like you got, you know, the prison, he's like nervous, like thinks he needs to sneak. Like you don't need to sneak. You don't need to be quiet. We have authority. This is the Lord's will being done right now. You're free now, you know? Like when Yahushua said, the truth shall set you free. Let me get that real quick. Was that John 8 and 32? The Wada. This is showing you why Yahushua said we're free. John 8 and 32, it says, let me red letter, GMS red letter. It says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. See? So we're literally reading Apostle Peter being freed from already being free, you know? It says, they passed the first and second guards and came to the iron gate leading to the city. It opened for them by itself. What's that telling you? Job, it says, they shall be in league with thee. See, this is a great chapter to envision how we will be treated in Jacob's trouble. Right. Remember, we're under grace. So man, who will lay charge of the Lord's elect? You may say I'm guilty, man, mere mortal, but am I guilty in the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shai? No.
Nope.
What charge can you really lay to me?
Nothing.
Because
you're the one that's guilty.
Exactly. But when you go into Job, the 5th chapter, which is a beautiful chapter, he binds up. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You know? Job 5 and 19. But I want to jump down at 22. It says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, which is talking about literally animals, right? Yep. But then also, get in a spiritual sense, we're not going to be afraid of these people either.
Yeah.
You know? And it says, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. So everything around us in Jacob's trouble will work in our favor.
Yeah.
Like when it says in Revelations about how the wilderness helped the woman, meaning us.
Yes.
So you got to think of Jacob's trouble. Trees is going to help us. Birds, animals, these things are going to be at peace with us and attacking them. You just had Amalek get attacked by a pack of dogs. Then there's a viral video of Amalek's flag being taken down by crows.
Yeah, yep.
You know? So the earth shall rise up against him, not us. So we read these accounts and apply it to ourselves in a manner of the deliverance we're reading about will also happen unto us. The things written aforetime are written for our learning, you know?
That's right. Back in Acts 12 and verse 10, and it says, when they were past the first and the second word, they came into the iron gate that leadeth into the city, which opened to them of his own accord.
That's spiritual power, man.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, you could be running and doors open for you.
Yes, for real.
Okay, car will start for you. You don't need a key for the car to start.
For real.
You know, you don't need Esau's permission for water to run. You don't need his gas for fire to ignite. Okay? You don't need a release date for you to be freed from jail.
Yep.
Okay? We're entering a time where he's going to find out he's not in power no more. That's why it says he's going to be in straits. How you think Herod felt when he woke up and Peter wasn't there? He was like, oh boy, Carnegie in Book of Eli. You know?
Yep.
Where's Denzel?
Yep. And it says, and they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him.
Wow. So the angel had a mission.
Yeah.
Then he had to leave.
Yeah.
He wasn't like in the book of Tobit, like, I'm not here to eat and drink with you.
Right.
You know, because that's what he said to him.
Yeah, he said, man, I gave you a vision the whole time. I wasn't eating and drinking with you, but I made you thought that I was.
Yep.
That's
power.
That's high level, man. And it says, verse 11.
There's angels around us right now.
Literally.
There's angels right now in the earth doing the bidding of Yahweh Shem Shai. We can never isolate our mind to think that we're alone.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai said, I'll be with you in the ends of the earth.
Yeah.
The hairs on your head are accounted for.
Right.
And when you actually look it up, an adult man has on average 80 to 120 pieces of hair on his head. And Yahweh Shai said those are accounted for. So what's that telling you? You're good. You know?
And it says, and when Peter was come to himself, he said, now I know of a surety that the Lord have sent his angel and have delivered me out of the hand of Herod and from all the expectation of the people of the Jews.
Wow. NKJV, and when Peter had come to himself, like he gathered his senses.
Yeah.
Like, oh, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, I gotta, like when Ezekiel, he sat by the river for like 3.
Yeah.
He said for like he had to collect himself.
Let him marinate, man.
Yeah.
For real.
It says, and when Peter had come to himself, he said, now I know for certain that the Lord has sent his angel and has delivered me from the hand of Esau, Herod, and from all the expectations of IUIC. No, but all the wickedness of our people.
Yeah. Yeah. And it says,
because you gotta, and that's another thing. I mean, actually, I'm being funny, but you gotta understand so we were hated back then by our people. Like now, are we not hated? Is Great Millstone not hated, bro?
Truly.
You got young little fucking GMO baby Israelites that just woke up, put a tight ass t-shirt and fringe on, and got the gall to disrespect elderly men that are over you in spirit and age, and you act like because you've been out here a couple Saturdays, now you on one. A lot of these t-shirt fringe Israelite camps are super proud, man. And pride goes before destruction. So if you apply the energy and what you see, how they react to Great Millstone today, now take that and apply it back then to what the Church of Yahweh Shai was dealing with the rest of the Israelites around them that were just law-abiding,
right.
Old Testament, Old Covenant, Levitical temple serving Israelites. Okay, we didn't have good dealings with our people back then.
No.
And that's why a lot of the Israelites that are waking up, they ain't reading. Why y'all not getting along? You ain't why don't you open your book instead of your effing mouth, man?
Yeah.
And you find out that it was Jake that betrayed Yahweh Shai and called the cops and brought him to Esau, man.
Yep.
Okay? So before you talk about this unity, we ain't getting unity into the kingdom. The unity we got right now is the spirit. One faith, one baptism of one accord. That's the unity you should be looking for. Not just a bunch of so-called black men marching down the street. But this is right here to show you. So even Apostle Peter knew they had Israelites trying to kill him, man.
Yeah.
They was trying to murder him. So they were using Esau, suicide by cop, if you will.
Yeah, because the scriptures say not all Israel is Israel.
Thank you.
Not all, what's the old saying goes? Not all
skin folk. Not all skin folk is kinfolk.
Yeah, the water.
I did a lesson on that. That's the truth. I'm glad you said that because I got a lesson cooking that I want to do. Your people are not your people.
For real, man.
Okay, we're not over here. You're black, I'm black. Hello, let's be black together. No.
Yeah.
If you ain't right in the spirit, you ain't my people. Yahushua said, those that do the will are my mother, father, brother, sister. So if you ain't doing the will, ain't no shalom to you, man.
Right.
Okay? And we're reading it right here. They wanted to take that. To me, that's one thing that offends me the most, that when I don't die, but someone tried to get me killed.
Yeah.
To me, that's offensive.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you actually tried to get me killed.
Yeah. That's equivalent to an Edomite, like calling the cops on the
Exactly.
today, because what happens, like the majority A cop kills Jake.
Yep.
So when Esau called the cops on Jake, that's a death wish.
Exactly.
You know?
Until you find out our enemies are at peace with us. Now what?
That's right. Confounded.
Yep. So now you start to understand more why 70 AD happened. Mm-hmm. Okay, that happened to wicked Israelites because Yahushua said, when this come to pass, flee.
Yeah.
But then Jakes didn't flee. When you read the Josephus, Eleazar of the Sakari stayed in the temple. Esau put a trench round about it. And then Eleazar and the rest of the Sakari made a pact to kill their wives and their children. When I read that, man, I damn near shed a tear, bro. They're kissing their woman. I couldn't imagine doing that, man. Having a wife or wives and my babies, and now I gotta kill them so Esau don't get to them, all because I ain't listen to Yahushua and flee. See? It's a problem with Jake.
Man, damn. Back in Acts 12 and verse 12, and it says, and when he had considered the thing, he came to the house of Mary, the mother of John, whose surname was Mark, where many were gathering together praying.
Right, praying for him. Praying for Apostle Peter, upon who Yahushua said, I'd build his church. So why did they arrest Peter? Because like they arrest Yahushua. Smite the shepherd and the sheep shall scatter. They're constantly trying to rescatter us, brothers. Okay, for you few sisters, they're constantly trying to knock us off our swivel, our pivot, you know? They're constantly trying to knock us off our path to Yahushua.
That's right.
You should be offended at that. You know, this ain't no, hey, hello, Israelite dating, what's up? We're at war, man.
Yeah.
Okay? We're at war. You didn't wake up to know you're an Israelite so you can get married by IUIC and get marital advice from Deacon Akot.
Yeah.
Okay? The Slayer's getting ready. UN just passed a bill, man. They're getting ready for the future, and the future is now. That's the trick. That's how he tricks you. Yeah, we got a 10-year plan, but he don't tell you the 10-year plan started 7 years ago.
Yep.
You know?
For real. And it says, verse 13, and as Peter knocked at the door of the gate, a damsel came to hearken named Rhoda, and when she knew Peter's voice, she opened not the gate for gladness, but ran in and told how Peter stood before the gate.
She was scared.
Yeah.
You know, and that show you too the lack of faith. Not like no diss, but it's like just because something happens to a brother, we can't immediately think it's over, man.
Exactly.
You can't be thinking it's over for any of us, you know?
Like the old saying goes, never count a man out.
Exactly.
You know? For real. And it says,
because man's goings are of the Lord.
That's right.
Okay. And matter of fact, man, see, let me get that. Proverbs 20:24, it's on my spirit to precept. Proverbs 20:24 and Deuteronomy 32 and 39. Proverbs 20 and 24, it says, man's goings are of the Lord. So Peter got locked up because the Lord allowed it. How can a man then understand his own way? We're all being moved and operated and programmed by Yahweh Shem Shai. He said, you think that's air you're breathing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's get Deuteronomy. I believe it's 32 and 39. I hope I'm not mistaken.
32 and 39?
Yeah, I kill, make alive.
That sounds correct.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. This is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. It says, see now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me.
And now why is Yahweh telling that to us? Because you got to understand, you know what's been really big on my spirit lately? Understanding the context of the scripture reading. Meaning, you understand why this is being made at this in particular time. Because you got to think, in the time of Deuteronomy, while the Lord is programming us, what was going on around us? Nothing but heathen activity. Where there was all these gods, there's all these other lovers. So us being the Lord's woman, he's like, hey, I'm speaking layman's term, Urban Dictionary. Don't be talking to those niggas while you at work.
Right.
All right, don't be being a friend with this nigga. Don't talk to him. I don't even want you looking at him. That's what the Lord is telling us. You know, like, I'm the one. Okay? I'm the one. I'm who you go to. I'm who you call. Ain't no other man but me. Keep going.
That's right. And it says, there is no God with me.
And I'll tell that to my woman. And a woman should have a problem with that. Because you need to understand the treachery that's out here. Mm-hmm. You know?
And it says, I kill and I make alive.
Boom. Not Herod, not Esau. Even though he's the father of it. You know? Remember the murderer from the beginning? Mm-hmm. But guess what, bro? Hey, the Lord allows death in life. Okay? The Lord allows that. Not you. Not man. Okay, I don't care if you got a gun and this armor-piercing bullet. That don't mean it could penetrate me.
Right.
And even if it does, that don't mean I gotta die.
Right.
Who said that? Like in the garden. Who told you that? That's how you gotta walk, man. You gotta program your mind on the reality of the Lord. You reading this is really powerful, because you get locked up and that's it. We're done, man. You get pulled over. No.
Where's your faith?
Where's your faith at?
Come on, man.
Let's read that again.
And everything is test though.
Exactly.
You know, like if you want to, like for example, you pray for more faith or for more wisdom, the Lord will put you in a position where you have to, you know, where you gotta, you know, where you get that experience to get more wisdom or more faith.
And then you'll smile when you realize it. Like, oh, I did ask for this.
Yep.
You know.
And it says, I wound and I heal. Neither is there.
See, I wound.
Right.
I heal. Okay. Keep going.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
And then what's that in John, I think 3? No one can pluck them out of the Father's hand.
Yeah, I believe it was John 10. John 10 and like
27?
Yeah, 27. It's around like 27.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see real quick. Bear witness, my sheep, give him eternal life.
There we go. Verse 29.
Thank you, brother. John 10 and 29. My Father, which gave them me. Mm-hmm. So we've been given.
That's right.
We've been given to Yahweh Shai. See, we got to start really wrapping our mind's eye around the importance of us being created to serve Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Because when you understand that you are working in the Father's business, then that means you have a job to do and you've been assigned a task. So you can't just think, I'm just nothing. You know, none of us are proud. We know the Lord don't need us, but we've been hired. So within that, we got to start accepting, you know, that the Lord is with us. You gotta embrace the Lord is with you. It says, which gave them me is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand.
That's right.
And we're reading about Peter not being plucked out of the Father's hand.
That's right.
Even though Herod attempted to. He attempted to take one of the Yahweh Shai's anointed, man. You know?
That's right. Back in Acts 12 and verse 15, and it says, and they said unto her, thou art mad.
Ooh, child, you crazy, girl. What you talking
about?
Right.
You know how Jake get. And it says, but she consistently affirmed that it was even so.
He said, you beside yourself. He got an exclamation mark.
Oh, wow.
You so beside yourself, right, man. Sit down.
You tripping. But hey, you gotta have that faith though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it says, then said they, it is his angel, right? Because they were praying for her, for him, for his safety.
Right.
So one would say, so it's like, you know, you have to believe like, oh, she coming in saying Peter is outside the door. Well, hey, he is. Right. Because you prayed for it.
Right.
You know?
They said it is his messenger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're saying, nah, that ain't him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it says, then said they, it is his angel. But Peter continued knocking.
He started banging.
Like, let me in.
He started, you know, Jake.
Yeah.
Remember, he said, man, I just did a nigga knock. Like, you know, Jake.
Yeah. Like these police, man.
Right.
And it says, and when they had opened the door and saw him, they were astonished.
Wow.
But he, beckoning unto them with the hand to hold their peace.
Hold on. I got to talk.
Declare unto them how the Lord had brought him out of the prison.
Oh, he motioned to them with his hand to keep silent.
Wow.
That's power. That proves he had the authority.
That's right.
And they all listened.
And he said, go shew these things unto James and to the brethren. And he departed and went into another place.
So that means that that was to boost their faith.
That's right.
That was to boost their faith. So we have to understand when things happen, we can't immediately think it for the, you know, like a bad reason or wrong. Like this is a faith booster.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's right. And it says, now as soon as it was...
to know that you won't drown, you have to walk on water.
Yeah.
You know? Like El Yashwamba was going into.
Yeah.
You know?
And also, too, you have to have that thought that you are going to walk on the water.
Yep.
That you're not going to die.
Yep.
Like the Matrix.
Exactly.
Like the leap of faith. Like, don't think you're going to not make it.
Right.
You got to, think that you're going to make it.
He said, if you believe that you die in the Matrix, then you will die.
Right.
So you have to believe that the Lord is with you at all times.
That's right. And it says, verse 18, now as soon as it was day, there was no small stir among the soldiers that what was become of Peter. Oh, wow.
It says, then as soon as it was day, there was no little disturbance. It said it was a great commotion. Where is he? Where is he?
Wow.
They were tripping because the penalty of losing a prisoner, you had to take his bid, baby. Whatever was for him, you got that now.
Just like the movie you mentioned earlier, Book of Eli. He shot the dude. Yeah. Yep.
He's like, man, I stood there all night. Bang.
Yep.
So they were tripping, and these soldiers were Jake's too, because Esau will give Jake a job, but if you notice, he gives Jake a job over Jake.
Yep.
Like if you go in the hood, all the buses, like where I'm from, they call them Centro.
Yeah.
But like the Centro buses, it'd be Jake driving them.
Yep.
Or you go to the clinic in Jake neighborhood, it's Jake in there.
Yep.
Or McDonald's, it's Jake in there.
Jake.
So Esau will give a Jake a position, but it's only to be over other Jakes.
Yep.
So you know these were Jakes. That's why he killed. That's why they were afraid to be put to death.
You know? What's that? Acts was that 16, I believe.
With Peter.
Yeah.
I mean, with
Paul and Silas.
Wow.
Yep. That's right. And it says, verse 19, and when Herod was sought for him and found him not, he examined the keepers. And commanded that they should be put to death.
See, it says after Herod had thoroughly searched, had a thorough search made for him. Reminds me of Andy Dufresne when he escaped from Shawshank.
Yep.
It said search made for him and did not find him. Oh, it also reminds me when the wicked Israelites locked up Peter and then they saw him the next day teaching.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was the beginning of Acts.
Yeah. It says, and did not find him. He cross-examined the guards and ordered that they be executed.
Wow.
Then Herod went from Judea to Caesarea and stayed there. Oh, Caesarea, that's where Cornelius was.
Yep.
You know?
And it says, verse 19.
This is all taking place still in Israel.
Right.
When you're reading it, what we're reading right now is all taking place in Israel right now.
That's right. And it says, and he went down from Judea to Caesarea and there abode. And Herod was highly displeased with them of Tyre and Sidon, but they came with one accord to him, and having made Blastus the king's chamberlain their friend, desired peace.
What verse are you in?
Verse 20, yeah.
Okay, let me see real quick. It says, the people of Tyre and Sidon wanted to make peace with Herod Agrippa first, the grandson of Herod the Great, since Herod had been very angry with them and they needed the food that came from Herod's country. The crowd was motivated to please Herod. So they were pleasing him. Like Kim Jong-un's people.
Yeah.
They're forced to, yay!
Yeah.
Or he'll put them to death.
Yeah.
So this is giving you insight of how draconian Esau was in his power as the Romans, you know?
Yeah.
Let me look up real quick. Okay, that's all I wanted on that. You got it, brother.
All right, and it says, verse 20. It says...
so the people of Tyre, let's actually look up Tyre and Zidon real quick. Let's go here. So these people were in need, residents of Tyre. Let me see. Okay, just in that one. Let's go to the Etamon. I'm just curious real quick. Tyre, okay, right here. A Phoenician city of the Mediterranean, very ancient, large, splendid, flourishing in commerce and powerful land. So these people, ancient Phoenician, which we speak the Phoenician tongue, which, fun fact, right now, Lebanon's at war with Amalek, but the land of Lebanon is ancient, the land of Canaan, which it's also recorded that Canaan had the first recorded alphabet, which we speak today as a Lashwan Kodash, Abba, Gada, Hawa, Sa, Na, Ma, Ka.
Yeah.
You know.
That's right.
So these people, Palestine. Boom.
Oh, wow.
See? So these people were in need of food and comfort because the Rome was over them. It says, Phoenician city of the Mediterranean, very ancient. It says, in the time of Hamashiach and the apostles, it was subject to the Romans.
Oh, see?
See? So they were coming for aid. Remember when Trump was saying Kobe and shooting
paper towels
on Jake?
Yeah.
It says, but continue to possess considerable wealth and prosperity down to AD. Let me see. Okay, that's all we want on that. So what we're reading is also understanding the context that you had a lot of people in need in the time of the Roman Empire, and they had to basically grovel at Esau to get any kind of substance.
Yeah.
You know, so he's real proud right now.
Yeah.
So we're reading about the pride of Herod, which leads to what is death. So since we said that, let's get Proverbs. What's that? 19 and 16 before pride.
16 and 18, I believe.
Water. Real quick, let's snag that. Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.
That's right.
So right now we're reading. You can, as you're reading this, you can you could just sense the pride of Herod as he's sitting there, because he's mad that Apostle Peter didn't get put to death. Now he's in Caesarea to do whatever in his whateverness, and now people of Tyre and Sidon are coming to him for aid, and they gotta basically grovel at his knees.
Man.
It says, now Herod had been very angry with the people of Tyre and Zidon, but they came to him with one accord, and having made Blastus, it says, and sought an audience with him after securing the support of Blastus. So Blastus must be a certain place too. Let's look up Blastus now. Let's see what that means. Okay, had made Blastus the king's chamberlain. All right, so this is a person. Let's just click this real quick. These why these lessons are edifying, because we're actually going into these readings and clarifying and getting information out of it.
It's history as well.
Thank you,
secular
brother.
history.
Thank you, brother. It's secular.
Because Herod was a real person, so this further proves the scriptures.
Yeah. So it says a chamberlain. Now I'm just curious, what is a chamberlain? Let's go here. Okay, go like this. Paste. See what it just did to me. Chamberlain. What's that mean? Chamberlain definition. Just curious. Okay, let's see. Oh, a royal official. Okay, so Blastus was a royal official that's speaking. So now now it's painting a picture for the scene we're reading.
Right. It was probably his right-handed man to speak for him.
Yeah, it says, and having made Blastus, this man Blastus, the king's chamberlain, their friend, desired peace. So this official was desiring peace between Herod and the people. Let's keep going.
And it says, verse 20, it says, and having made Blastus, the king's chamberlain, their friend, desired peace, because their country was nourished by the king's country. Mm-hmm. And upon a set day, Herod, arrayed in royal apparel.
And all I keep hearing is proud look. Let me get that in Proverbs. Like he's just this Edomite sitting there.
Arms crossed.
Looking out at the people, just completely drunk in pride.
Yeah, man.
Real quick, Proverbs 6. These are 6 things the Lord hates. Proverbs 6 and 16. These 6 things. And let me go right into it. I'll just start at 1. It says, these 6 things does Yahweh Shemel Shai hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look. So he's standing there all proud and shit. Matter of fact, since Esau loves putting everybody as an Edomite, let's put Herod Agrippa. Let me see right here. Look at it. Look at his ass. There you go. There you go. Okay, and we got Nero trying to get back in office. Mm-hmm.
In which Nero blamed us, for
a fire that they started.
Yeah.
While he was playing the lyre. Ain't that comical?
In 64 AD.
Which a lyre is an instrument, but it's funny, Look at him right here. Good, so he made him an Edomite. Here's Tyre and Zidon. Look, Esau, we love you. See? They all got to, grovel at him. Mm-hmm. Like today. Like how Jake, you be at work.
They call it brown nose.
Thank you. Yeah, I was looking for that word.
Brown nose.
Yeah, they're brown nosing him.
Yeah, a suck up.
Yep. Okay, let's go back.
Back in Acts 12 and verse 21, and it says, and upon a set day Herod, arrayed in royal apparel, sat upon his throne and made an oration unto them. And the people gave a shout, saying, it is the voice of a God and not of a man. So they were worshiping this dude.
Well, they had to because they needed food.
Right.
So they were sucking up to him.
Right.
But hey, some people bigging you up. I know it says the praise of men, but even Yahweh Shai, he denied that praise. He had to flee from them.
Yeah.
But Esau's so proud, he gets swept away with all your compliments.
Yeah. Which makes sense in the book of Obadiah. He says his pride had deceived him.
Right.
Right. And it says, verse 22, and immediately the angel of the Lord smote him.
So then we say we're not alone.
Right.
This is why, let me get this real quick in the history of Susanna. Remember Daniel, he said an angel is right now ready to cut you, man.
Cut you in 2.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you got to be mindful. And we're in a time where the Lord is going to start revealing himself. Okay? History of Susanna,
right there.
Which is a great read, by the way.
Yeah, beautiful read.
Let's go down. And this is how Daniel got his notoriety. All right? And basically he interrogated them. All right, so you should read it. All right.
Okay, got you.
No, I'm sorry. I meant to the
Okay.
brothers out there and
Okay.
the sisters. Y'all should read this. You know, if you haven't read this, read this. It's a good read. Okay, so
It's like more towards the end.
yeah, it's right here. Got it.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 53. It says, "For thou hast pronounced false judgment and has condemned the innocent," because you had two wicked Israelite elders that were plotting to grape Susanna, and then because she cried out, they conspired to lie against her and say that she wanted to lie with them, and that accusation would have put her to death.
Yep.
Okay, so you got wicked, horny ass Israelite leaders out here that are actually plotting on you sisters, man.
Yep.
Okay, you want to keep fucking saying that we're wicked and evil. Well, wait till they ass got you in a room by themselves like fucking Diddy and Kanye had Nicki. I saw that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You fuck, man. See, Jake, that's the thing. Jake has been pointing a finger at us for so long and has been swaying the minds of our people to believe this fabricated lie about us. And when it's come to find out, you're going to find out they're the boogeymen.
That's right.
Okay? These wicked ass, they the boogeymen. You got niggers with fringes on YouTube right now selling you up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. Watch. That's why Yahweh Shai said, they are as graves which appear not. The Lord going to get you, man. The Lord going to get every single wicked ass Israelite man, woman out here plotting against the Lord's people.
That's right.
Watch. And it says, verse 53, and has let the guilty go free. See, you condemn us being innocent, but you let the guilty go free. It says, albeit the Lord saith, the innocent and righteous shalt thou not slay. Now then, if thou hast seen her, tell me under what tree saw. So he has them separated right now, and he found out their stories don't corroborate. You know, like how a cop does, Jake.
Yeah.
You pull them both out the car, and then when you take them to the station, you don't let them sit together so they don't get their story right.
Right.
And then you ask them each a question, and then you find out, oh, they're lying. Well, Daniel did that right here. It says, then companying together, who answered under a mastic tree, and Daniel said, very well, thou hast lied against thy own head, for even now the angel of Yahweh has received the sentence of Yahweh to cut thee in two.
Woo.
See, at any minute the Lord could bring judgment on someone, man. At any minute, on live, driving, walking down the street, going home, on date, Passover, you name it.
For real, man.
Marching, riding on a horse, okay, scoffing. And that goes across the board. Jacob, Esau, heathen, okay? So let's keep going.
Back in Acts 12 and verse 23, and it says, and immediately the angel of the Lord smote Herod.
Yep, struck him, it says.
Because he gave not the Most High the glory.
See, you got to be glorifying the Lord.
That's right.
Oh my God, thank you, Bishop Nate.
Right.
Like, yo, you should be telling your people to chill, man. Stop making all these pictures of me.
Right, man.
Glorifying me. See, if he was in the right spirit, that's what he would say. Hey, don't put that on me.
Right.
No. See? So Herod didn't give glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. So what the Lord do? Struck his ass down. You know?
And it says, and he was eaten of worms and gave up the ghost.
Wow, and he immediately went where? To Yahweh Shem Shai. Let's actually give let's paint the picture. So when you go to Ezekiel, Ecclesiastes, what's that, 3:19?
Yep.
It says Ecclesiastes 3 and 20, all go unto one place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. Who knoweth the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of beast that goeth downward to the earth? See? So right here, it's letting you know that when man or woman dies, they go to the spirit world. They go to the Heavenly Father. Now they go what? They go to the Heavenly Father. I think it's 1 Corinthians 5 and 10. No,
I think it's 2 Corinthians 5.
Thank you. 2 Corinthians 5. So now he died, and immediately after he died, what happened? For we must all appear before the judgment seat of a Mashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to he has done, whether it be good or bad. So now he has to appear before Yahweh Shem Shai, and guess what? As he's appearing, all his accounts are being laid before his face, and he can't say nothing. Wisdom of Solomon 4 and
He's 15.
19.
Oh, 19.
It says, for he shall rend them and cast them down headlong, that they shall be speechless, and he shall shake them from the foundation,
Oh, yeah.
and they shall be utterly laid waste and be in sorrow, and their memorial shall perish. And when they cast up the accounts of their sins, they shall come with fear, and their own iniquity shall convince them to their face. So that's what Herod had to deal with. He got put to death. Then he immediately went before the judgment seat, and all the wickedness he done, murdering James, the other persecution, all that got brought before him, right before Yahweh Shema Shai, and he was speechless. And that's exactly what's going to happen to Esau when he gets judged and is brought before
right.
Yahweh Shema Shai.
Real.
You know, so we got a lot of good things coming for us, man. You got it.
Back in Acts 12 and 24, but the word of the Most High grew and multiplied.
See, so judgment is good, because with judgment brings more believers.
That's right.
So we should want judgment. You should want the Lord to bring judgment. Keep going.
And it says, and Barnabas and Saul returned from Jerusalem when they had fulfilled their ministry, and took with them John, whose surname was Mark.
Beautiful. So that was the weekly sit down, and that was Acts chapter 12. So now we leave you on a cliffhanger, and then we'll be going into Acts 13, Adon Ratazad after camp or the day following. And, we're going to keep praying to Yahweh Shema Shai to continue to be used to go into the scriptures, bring out edifying information and accounts. So next week we'll be in Acts 13 and continue to edify and feed the sheep. And Lord's will, you brothers and few sincere sisters were edified and exhorted as we were. And we just want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone that do root well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.